number 27, Stone Flawless. And on the mound, number 35.
Andy Brunk with you here on this Tuesday with our SEC Network Plus crew. Volunteers back-to-back SEC Series wins. They've got a 5-1 conference record and, of course, a very impressive 22-2 overall record. They look to get back in the win column, though, in the midweek sessions. They dropped their first loss of the season after a 20-0 start. They lost to ETSU this time last week. Tony Vitello 69-11 all-time in the midweek frames, typically dominant. But right now, trying to get back in the win column against Queens. On the mound for Tennessee, they're going to go with the lefty here against Queens. Redshirt junior Michael Sharman will get the ball for Tony Vitello and crew. Again, fresh off a series win against Alabama. They'll get a Queens Royals side on the other end. Still new to Division I play, as this is just year 3 since they've made that jump up from D2. Led by head coach Jake Hendrick in his second season, a team that still building on a year last year where they set some program marks. They play a tough schedule so far this season. This is their 5th matchup against the SEC this year. They had a series against Mississippi State. Next week they continue their SEC stretch. They'll be in Athens against Georgia, so no stranger to tough opponents as they enter Knoxville. Again, back-to-back seasons in which they will go toe-to-toe with one of the top programs in the country. Getting things off for the Royals will be Anibal Rivera, the shortstop, and a newcomer for this Queens lineup. Home with the play. It's 1-2-3 for Michael Sharman and the Volunteers. Midweek action, Tennessee and Queens. Right in between conference action, Tennessee will pick up the sticks for the first time as Tony Vitello has shifted some things up in the lineup, was forced to. No Gavin Keelan over the weekend. His top hitter statistically unavailable against Alabama. The team still went on to win that series. Top 15 road SEC series win without Keelan, and still no Keelan in the starting lineup here for this Tuesday, but obviously familiar sight. You pencil in Dean Curley in the leadoff spot once again. Preseason All-American sophomore leads things off for Tennessee. Home half of the first. Curley, Dalton Bargo, who had a big week, and then Hunter Ensley, who also had a big week. That'll be 1-2-3 for Tony Vitello today. Tennessee will get a look at Queens starter right-hander freshman Ryan Brown gets the ball for the Royals. After a 3-0 start, finds the zone on a fastball. Second start this season for Ryan Brown out of Ashland, Kentucky. A 3-1 to Curley, slashed right field way, battling the wind. Out there in right is Poley, out number 1. One up, one down, and now Dalton Bargo, who has gotten a boost in the lineup here in the midweeks. You check out the play out right again. The wind is blowing heavily right to left, so most things hit out to right are going to get knocked down. Be difficult for right fielders to field, but that one not too hard on a line. Up in the air, different story potentially here today. Dalton Bargo, 278 hitter, 6 home runs, and 15 RBIs. This is start number 14 for the junior. That 0-1 outside from Brown. Bargo 5 hits in 11 at-bats in that series over the weekend, Thursday through Saturday in Tuscaloosa. His best series of the season thus far. And he stepped up in some big ways. Home run, 4 RBIs. 3 of those RBIs was in pitch hitting situations in that game too. Again, two of the hottest hitters in this Tennessee lineup delivering early. Inslee with 7 hits against Alabama. You add 4 for 6 night against ETSU. He had 11 hits in total last week with 9 total RBIs in 4 games. So Hunter Inslee playing some of his best ball of the season. He's got the team lead with 28 RBIs. He now represents what could be the second run of the inning here in the first. Andrew Fisher stands in now. We'll take ball 1 low. Fisher, 288 hitter, 9 home runs and 26 runs batted in. Big time power numbers from the Ole Miss transfer. Brown give a look back at Inslee and fires in ball 2. Fisher 3 for 7 against Alabama in those 3 games, had 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, and they were 2 no-doubt home runs. A lot of power in that swing from the left side. Thought about that one, called strike 1. Fisher has a lot of power, but he's a very patient hitter. A lot of these Tennessee bats. Leads the team in walks, 29. For 3. Tennessee's 60th as a team this season gets us going again on what is a beautiful Tuesday. Midweek action between the SEC and the A-Sun. For Tennessee, it is a standalone home game before they go back on the road. South Carolina this weekend in Columbia. Founders Park, fresh off of a road series win against Alabama. Queens making the road trip over for this Tuesday in between A-Sun action. Already a new face for Tennessee on the mound. It was one quick inning for the starter Michael Sharman in his Tennessee starting debut. He turns the ball over from lefty to righty. It's Austin Breedlove. Junior team strikeout for the Vols here in the early going.
Now batting number 28, Tyler Peters.
The bending breaker able to sit down the cleanup hitting Alderfer. Third baseman retired for out number 1. And there's the fastball, 92 from Breedlove with Tyler Peters. Alderfer, Peters, and Justin Hudson, the designated hitter, due up for Queens this inning. And Breedlove working ahead. Junior stands 6'2". His first year with Tennessee as well. Another good get for Tony Vitello and Frank Anderson in the pen and building up innings. Came from Cleveland State JUCO. He started 13 games last season. Top of the second. Queens located right there in Charlotte. Beautiful campus. Freshly still a Division I program and now becoming potentially a typical midweek matchup for Tennessee. Played them last season. It's a 6-3 win for the Volunteers on May 7th of 2024. A game that Queens led for a large majority. Certainly gave the home crowd a bit of a scare in that one. A 4-run 7th inning, though, gave Tennessee the lead. They're able to capture that inaugural win over the Royals. A lot of players on this field. Both sides were there in that game. Obviously, Tennessee went on to win the 2024 National Championship. Board to start the inning.
Second base,
They have to credit Tyler Peters. Looked like he had no chance of catching up to this line drive from Chapman. Again, the wind is going to push everything right to. It's going to drop in for a double for Reese Chapman to lead off the second. Now Chris Newstrom. First pitch swung on by Newstrom, who is making his 5th start as a Volunteer. He is up. Still Ryan Brown on the mound for Queens. He had to battle through that first inning, allowed 3 hits, but did limit the damage. Just a solo shot from Dalton Bargo. Defense able to help him out. The final 2 outs of the frame, able to get an outfield assist to cut down Andrew Fisher, and then the awkward pop fly / fly ball to shallow right. A good defense to start from Queens. You're going to need that against a team like Tennessee. Newstrom on the 1-2, battles, fights one off. And Tennessee trying to get back in the win column in the midweek slate. 6-7 loss to ETSU last week. Happened in 10 innings. Tony Vitello is pretty dominant in midweek since taking over as the Vols head coach in 2018. 69-11 overall in 80 games. A Tennessee team that typically doesn't mess around no matter the opponent. Every at-bat is like Game 3 in the College World Series. That is a really good program in ETSU this year. It was 2 of the top home run hitting teams. Out number 1, productive out. It moves Chapman 90 feet away. Newstrom retired, and a chance, an RBI chance for Blake Grimmer, who makes his first Tennessee start today. Redshirt freshman from Spring Lake, Michigan, who's done really well in limited opportunities. 7 at-bats, has 3 hits and 7 RBIs and 2 home runs. 3 of those 3 hits, 2 are home runs, a grand slam and a 3-run homer. So he has made the most of opportunities so far and has now earned his first start as a Volunteer. Redshirted last year, was a part of that 2024 team. A big cut on the off speed, and now 0-2 for Grimmer. Ryan Brown tried to fight off that lead runner 90 away. Anything deep here will double Tennessee's lead. 0-2 to Grimmer, and he looks it away. A lot of hype for Ryan Brown. He's just a freshman. Grimmer did his job. Given the start, you have to make things happen in situations like that where you can drive in a run with 1 out and puts it in play. Tennessee doubles their lead. 2-0 down the second. Now Ariel Antigua in the 9-hole will get an at-bat. He's also coming off a fantastic weekend against Alabama on the road. 4 hits and 8 at-bats and RBI. Provided a lot of necessary defense without Gavin Keelan in the lineup in the middle infield. Played a good shortstop as typical with Antigua. But the bat's starting to spark in SEC play. He's got that average up to 320, 6 RBIs. Back in the lineup here in this midweek. He looks away. That one in the turf dirt. 2-2 count for the 9-hole hitter. Pitch number 35 for Ryan Brown. Pitch home, and it is slashed right field side, down the line, foul territory, and Antigua will see another pitch. Really good crowd here in Knoxville for this midweek. Packed house, some of the best weather East Tennessee has seen this year. And again, team was away last weekend, they're away this weekend. It's your one chance to catch them here in late March. Porch is full, student section full. What a day for baseball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Antigua has battled. Showing a veteran approach here. Sophomore played in 40 games in that championship run a season ago. Primarily a defensive aid late in ball games. 3-2 now. Antigua flashing one out to center. First step up from Grimes. He backs up now as that ball carried a bit, but it's out number 3. Antigua battled. What is the final out here in the second? Tennessee, they keep adding on. One more run here in the second. They lead home. And Vol fans have certainly filled up Lindsey Nelson Stadium here this afternoon. Again, still undergoing serious renovations. This is another phase in what will be a fantastic completed venue for the defending national champions. They have been good again at home. They've been good at home and on the road this season. It is a true bullpen day for Tony Vitello, Frank Anderson, and staff. The lefty, redshirt freshman Bryson Thacker takes over here in the third. To end the inning, both earned on 4 hits. So back 1-2-3 for Tony Vitello and the Tennessee lineup. Ryan Brown eating up some innings here in Knoxville for Queens. He threw 5 1/3 against West Virginia out of the pen earlier this season. Has the ability to throw heavy innings, typically out of the bullpen on weekends. Curley shoots one high and into the glove of Grimes out in center field. 1 up, 1 down to start near the bottom of the third. So Curley is 0 for 2, a pair of flyouts, and now Dalton Bargo, the man on fire here in mid to late March, whatever you want to call it. Hit his 7th home run of the season back in the first, got Tennessee on the board opposite way. He's got that sneaky oppo power from the left side. He was able to send it into the porches. The shift is on for him, but he's got a lot of pop out to left field. Average up to 291 now after the home run in the first. Rolls one over, foul. 0-2 start. And Bargo's really embraced his role on this team. Last season and a bit to start this season has been a utility. I'll play wherever defensively you need me to. I'm going to play third, first, play the outfield. I can even catch if you need. DH. Obviously the bat has come to life here now. Early SEC slate, which is a good time to start getting hot. Had 8 home runs and 107 at-bats last season. He's got 7 homers and 55 this year now. Certainly has a knack to hit multiple home runs in games, too. As Ryan Brown able to retire Bargo this time. Brown allowed the home run to Bargo in the first, finished him off with the fastball, and it even got Bargo to lose the bat. Everyone's all right on the Tennessee side. So now 2 down for Hunter Ensley. Another tough one to retire in this Tennessee lineup is late. Ensley laced a double back in the first. First pitch is in there, called strike 1. Ensley leads his Tennessee team in RBIs. His average is soaring by the day. 376 now. 32 hits and 85 at-bats. Preseason All-SEC honors team captain has been impressive again out in center field, made some good plays over the weekend against the Crimson Tide. Tennessee offense, first inning without a run for Tennessee. So we have played 3 by a pair of runs. And again, new inning, new arm on the mound. Certainly not new to the Tennessee mound is Andrew Behnke, the lefty who takes over. His 4th outing on the year. Has been a bit limited this season. Pitched early in the year, opening weekend, and was sidelined for about a month, and now about a full week back into the mix. Pitched 2 solid innings in his return last week against ETSU. Did not allow any runs in that time. 1 hit, and then got an out in that Alabama series over the weekend. So first SEC experience on the year check. It's a guy that is extremely valuable for this Tennessee pitching staff and a big part of that run in Omaha last year. 1-2, top of the order here for Queens. Anibal Rivera back in. Queens is able to get their first base runner last inning as Jacob Grimes hit by a pitch, but right after, double play ball ended the inning. That 2-2 opposite way, that one's going to get out with the wind. Queens looking for a jolt of life from an offensive standpoint. Again, they've got good pop in their bat with 19 home runs, but team average sitting at 228 at the plate so far this season. It's been a tough schedule so far. The way they've drawn up their schedule, 10 matchups this year with postseason teams from last year, 5 teams from the preseason top 25. A lot of hard tests in the midweeks. Just saw it there. Rivera to start the frame. Putting a bit of pressure here now on Tennessee. Tying run for Queens now at first. Not a single hit first time through the lineup, and now back-to-back base hits. Budnick showing bunt, trying to play some small ball, almost a good one. Trails off foul. Jake Barber at first does have 4 stolen bases on the year. Base runners obviously have been at a premium so far for Queens, trying to make the most of having a man on first with no outs here. And that man is the tying run. Still early in this ball game. Budnick now swinging on the 1-1, and that is fouled high and out of play. Budnick, ground on victim back in the first. And Tennessee got the double play ball last inning. Look over to first from Behnke. Behnke, 23 outings out of the bullpen a season ago. 30 strikeouts in 28 innings. Very reliable. Pair of College World Series outings. One of maybe 3 you could count that pitched 20-plus outings for that championship team last year that are back in this bullpen. But again, Behnke's been a bit limited so far. That home run that he allowed is just the first run he has seen come across all season on him. Another check to first, almost caught Barber leaning there for a moment. Had him in trouble. Budnick still standing in 1-2 count. 253 hitter from the left side. Barber now on the move. Hit and run action as Budnick fired on the off-speed pitch from Banky. From Dalton Bargo out and left, the utility man had to chase it down with the wind.
Now batting number 13, Nick Aldeffer.
Having to battle some sun as well. All the elements. Bargo able to make the play. Now one down here in the fourth. Nick Alderfer will get another at bat. He struck out back in the second. Cleanup man a chance to tie this ball game. Alderfer, a senior, a Charlotte native. A lot of North Carolina, Charlotte area guys on this Queens lineup. .264 average, 3 homers, 12 RBIs on the year. And could not catch that one from Banky. Alderfer 2 hits in 12 at-bats against North Florida. Queens coming off a weekend in which they were swept to North Florida. For Queens here in the fourth, just one down. So Tony Vitello out now to the mound, and that looks like it'll do it for Andrew Banky again. Just the fourth outing, a 1-run home for Queens, and now 2 aboard. Royals threatening now with Tyler Peters at the plate. 5-hole hitter, 0 for 1 with a strikeout, a chance to tie and or give Queens the lead. So Tony Vitello goes and gets Andrew Banky and brings out Austin Hundley, right-hander redshirt sophomore from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, to take over in a tough spot here on this midweek. Already quick work. No balls, 2 strikes. Hundley. And he misses on that fastball. 9th outing on the year for Austin Hundley, 3.52 ERA, 8 strikeouts, 7 2/3 so far this year. Down the line and foul, and Peters will stick around. 277 hitter is Tyler Peters. He's got 7 RBIs, hits .308 when runners are in scoring position. Good spot here for the 5-hole. Pitchers here in this game. Hundley able to calm some waters. First batter faced. Able to get out number 2 in the inning. Tying run still stranded at second. It's going to take base hit or some ability to get on board to keep the inning going for Justin Hudson, the designated hitter today for the Royals, and he's quickly down 0-2. No chance on that one from Austin Hundley. .0-2 pitch. Did he go? He did not. Hudson holds up. Chuck Pack down the first base line, says all clear, and Hudson, the DH, lives to see another pitch. Trying to do his role as a designated hitter. He has 17 RBIs on the year. Hard ground ball foul towards his own dugout. Get only 2 hits for Queens through 3 2/3, and they've both come here in this inning. First bit of life from the Royals offense. 3 runs here in the fourth now. The Royals offense have sparked to life. It's a leadoff home run in the inning for Rivera. That got things going, and then a single right after. Jake Barber kept the inning alive. And now a bunt laid down. Polite, Lawless, no problems there. A throw down to first. Appears to be in time. Now they're going to say that was a foul ball. They're going to bring everyone back. Frank Anderson having a word from the Tennessee side about what just happened there. So the bunt was laid down there from Polite. Let's see. Looks like they're going to say it was a foul ball. Hit the plate, maybe? Yep. Home plate umpire David Bailey waves it dead. So we'll do it again. Jay Polite back to the plate. 0-1. That's in the turf. Quick look at first. Hudson with 1 stolen base on the year. Again, the throwing error into center field proving to be costly. Queens likely would have tied the game on that base hit from Hudson, but now with that throwing error, they've got the lead. Now Frank Anderson out to have a word with Austin Hundley. It was 3 solid innings in a row for Michael Charbon, Austin Breedlove, and Bryson Thacker as they were able to face the minimum and hold Queens to no base hits through 3 frames. But now Andrew Banky and Austin Hundley dealing with some pains here in the fourth. Andrew Banky is going to have 2 earned runs on his line now. 3 in total, 1 of them unearned though with that throwing error from Lawless. Frank Anderson doesn't make too many mound visits, but hoping to settle Austin Hundley in to try to get the final out here of this frame. He came in and got out number 2. He's responsible for Hudson at first, gave up that single. Polite battling 2-1 count. And a good breaking ball pitch. 2-2. Hundley trying to end the inning here for Tennessee. Queens has jumped out in front. Royals have sparked to life. Tennessee facing a deficit for the first time in this midweek ball game. A chance to pick up a response. The Royals put up 3 in the top half of this fourth inning, as Tennessee was shutting out Queens and keeping the Royals hitless through the first 3 frames of this game. And then all of a sudden, a mini explosion. The boys from Charlotte making the trip over to face the #1 program in the nation. So a good start to this inning for Queens. And now they turn attention back to Ryan Brown to try to hold the lead. Andrew Fisher kicks things off for Tennessee. 4, 5, 6 due up in the fourth. Fisher, Stone Lawless, and Reese Chapman. And Ryan Brown has the ability to eat up a lot of innings, and he's thrown 49 pitches through 3 so far. He's done a good job of getting out of some jams, limiting Tennessee's damage thus far. 4 hits, 2 runs. Fisher gets underneath one. Deep right field, battling the wind. Polite's got it, and maybe on a non-windy day that could have had a chance, but Fisher retired for out number 1. Just a bit too much under it. 1 down, and now Stone Lawless with a chance to hit here in the inning. Ryan Brown, 51 pitches. Done a nice job the back half of this start. Really settled in, and looks like his afternoon is done, but he ended his day retiring his final 7 batters face. Going 1, 2, 3 in the third, and now got the first out to start the fourth. Queens is going to make a pitching change. Jake Hendrick over now to Andrew White. Senior right-hander from Winter Springs, Florida, will take the ball, working with a Royals lead as he gets Stone Lawless to start off his afternoon. Lawless standing in with Reese Chapman due up next. With 1 out, no one on. And an 0-2 start for the Tennessee catcher, who's 0 for 1. Andrew White, outing number 8 out of the bullpen for him. 7.94 ERA and 5 2/3. 9 strikeouts in that time. Lawless fights off that breaking ball. Tennessee looking to respond after giving up 3 runs half an inning ago. 1 run for him in the bottom of the first, and then another in the second. Nothing in the third. It's a home run from Dalton Bargo that put him on the board, and a Blake Grimmer RBI that added to a 1-point lead. At 0-2 to the backstop. Ryan Brown's going to end his afternoon. 3 1/3 innings. Gave up 4 hits, the 2 earned runs, and had a strikeout. And maybe the most important thing for him is he did not allow any free passes. No walks from Ryan Brown. It's kind of been a staple of this Queens team. Only 39 walks as a team this year. That's the fewest in their conference, so they've done a good job of not giving Tennessee anything extra. Now a 3-2 count is Andrew White will try to keep that trend going. Stone Lawless battling. Pop fly out back in the first for Lawless. .40 on the year for Queens. First walk on either side. And Lawless, first base runner of the inning for Tennessee.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Sets the table now for Reese Chapman, who doubled and later scored in the second. Hard line drive into the left center gap. Both of Tennessee's extra base hits today. There's been actually 3 extra base hits. One from Bargo, and Chapman went opposite way. Now White able to find the zone after the walk. White was 7 of the team's 40 walks on the season. Oh, 0-2 start for Chapman. Look back over at first, not in time, as Lawless, no stolen bases this year. Hasn't tried. Chapman, .329 average after the double in his last at-bat, 27 RBIs. No. He's got 7 home runs on his line for a team that has 60. That 0-2 high in the air, left field. Peters underneath it. Now way back to his left, he's got it for out number 2. It's going to keep Lawless at first. Chapman retired.
Now batting, second baseman, Chris Newstrom.
2 down in the inning. Tennessee's got the tying run on first now. Chris Newstrom, again, who's making his 5th start of the season back in. He's 0 for 1. As he grounded out over to first base last time.
Nope.
Again, Queens swept over the weekend to North Florida, won their first series in the Atlantic Sun play against West Georgia, a team that Tennessee played in the midweeks. Team also fairly new to Division I. So they have now split 2 series, conference play. Royals picked 9th preseason in the A-Sun. Again, they continue to load their schedule. So far, they've been up to the challenge tonight. Newstrom not even close on that breaking ball. Swung on through it, and now the freshman will have to battle. Again, Newstrom's been really good in limited at-bats this season. 6 hits, 17 tries. Different lineup for Tony Vitello here in the midweeks. Again, another SEC series on the horizon in Columbia, South Carolina, starting Friday. Now, Tennessee last week went the rare Thursday to Saturday series. Throws off the routine a little bit. Gives you an extra off day, though, for the next week. Inning. Arvidsson goes 1, 2, 3 and calms things here in the top of the 5th. A brief home stint for this one day only this week. Back on the road starting Friday night. SEC play continues to roll right along. Back-to-back series wins for Tennessee as they take 2 of 3 from Alabama last week. First time since the 2022 start of SEC play where Tennessee, they've won back-to-back series to open conference play. It was actually a bit of a revenge series win. Tennessee last year lost in Tuscaloosa around the same time. Last year was last time Tennessee has lost a weekend series. Went on to win the rest of theirs in SEC play and were co-champions, then tournament champions, and then national champions. It was a gradual build-up. That first series lost to Alabama. It's not where you begin the SEC series schedule. It's where you end. 2-1 to Grimmer. That misses ball 3. Blake Grimmer's going to lead off this inning. 8-9-1, 2 up for Tennessee here in the 5th. Grimmer, Antigua, and Dean Curley. And leadoff man is on for Tennessee. Andrew White walks his second batter. That is the tying run here in the bottom of the 5th. Ariel Antigua was big over the weekend against Alabama. Tennessee team that lost that first game on the week to Alabama, but then came out with really good energy in game 2. Throw down to first, trying to catch Grimmer in no man's land. He's back. Tennessee's been good on the road for a reason. Just seems to be the energy travels with them, whether at home or on the road. And now meeting with Andrew White on the Queens side again. Queens working with a one-run lead as we get later and later now. Tennessee without a run since the second inning. Actually, Ryan Brown before went 3 1/3 without a walk, and now 2 walks from Andrew White. Antigua ready, 1-0 is the count. Tying run on first. Antigua showing bunt, rips it back, 2-0 start. And Antigua full swing in that time, cuts through it. White just 6 1/3 thrown on the year. He's typically not going to give you heavy innings. We'll see how long he goes. 2/3 so far. Antigua, high fly ball, right field way, back towards the track. Polite has it, a good pop in the bat on that swing from Antigua, but just short of doing damage. 9-hole hitter retired, so back to the top of the lineup. And a deep breath there for Andrew White. Good way to respond after the leadoff walk. Andrew White has pitched over an inning twice so far this season. And again, it is a midweek matchup. A-Sun play continues next week for Queens as they hit the road again. Jacksonville, Florida, where they've got Jacksonville University. 3 games starting on Friday. Dean Curley back in, top of the lineup. He's 0 for 2 today. 2 fly balls for outs. Curley, the tip of the spear in this lineup, hitting .311. 22 RBIs and 7 home runs. His 7th came over the weekend against Alabama. That one fouled back. Had a good weekend, 6 hits and 15 at-bats. Guy who had 50 RBIs last season as a true freshman. Trying to make something happen for this Tennessee offense. No hits since Reese Chapman doubled back in the second. No stolen bases for Grimmer over at first. Pitch home now to Curley. Is low and away on the fastball. 1-1. Another thing that Queens has done, they've done a good job of closing down innings. There's been a few threats. Tennessee early. There's base runner last inning. Leadoff man on now here, but done a good job of limiting Tennessee's chances. Tennessee, no 2-out hits yet. And that's almost the difference in this game. Tennessee, no 2-out hits, and then Queens, the big 2-out hit back in the 4th. Gave them the lead. One ball and 2 strikes. And another look back at first. Bargo on deck. Again, he's been one of the more dangerous hitters. 2-3 in this lineup tonight. Bargo, Inslee have been red hot. And they're due up. Here's the 1-2. It's high inside. Ball 2. Curley can set the table right now. Curley battles again. This is a very familiar last season's matchup with Queens. It was 2-2 for the longest time, and then Queens took a 3-2 lead. And in Tennessee, it took a late explosion of 4 runs in the 7th to win that matchup. So heading down the same path. Tennessee needs to get some life going if they want a same result. Curley has worked it full. White has walked 2 batters already today, 1 in the inning. 3-2 pitch upcoming. Curley fouls it off again. Doing what a leadoff hitter should do. He's working the count. Pitch number 30 will be the next one for Andrew White. Others are loaded. Now Andrew White starting to lose a bit of control. Yeah, Tennessee, they haven't got a hit since the 2nd. But now 3 free passes have set up Andrew Fisher to hit with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Cannot afford another free pass. And Fisher lays off for strike 1. Ball 1. Tennessee hit 3 grand slams in a midweek win over Radford earlier this month. Andrew Fisher hit a grand slam in that one. 1-1 off speed is in there, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. That almost hit Fisher. Ball 2. If that did, it would have brought in the tying run. And near the ankles where he got Bargo. Two. Fisher lays off. Ball 3. Full count coming up. Biggest at bat of the game so far. Bases loaded for Andrew Fisher. Four runs in the inning now for Tennessee. Good response, especially here with 2 outs now. 5 straight Volunteers have reached. It's the 2nd hit for Reese Chapman here tonight. He continues to be a huge impact in this Tennessee lineup. Is under review currently. Crew is talking about that look at 2nd, I believe, with Chapman went for the extra bag, and the Crew is looking whether he beat that out or not. Call in the field is that Chapman safe. Would be the third out if they were to overturn it. Runs would still be true. And here's another look. Definitely close. As he gets him on that left hand right there, it appears that he beats it out. Definitely looks from there. He got it. Nathan Huber, second base umpire, with perfect look at it. Emilio Rivera obviously thought it was out on his end, and here's the call.
After review, the runner is safe and
It does stand. Chapman aboard. He stays safe at second. Did beat out that tag. 2 RBIs on that single. Able to advance on the throw. So 2 still in scoring position for Tennessee. It's a big 4-run inning. Their biggest offensive output of the game so far. And again, most of it have come without a hit. That's the first hit for Tennessee since Reese Chapman doubled in the second. So it had been 3 full innings of work, 2 times through the lineup. Now Chris Newstrom, a chance to do more damage for Tennessee. They lead by 3 runs now. Wallace on third, Chapman on second. A 2-0 start for Newstrom, who is 0 for 2, looking for his first chance to get on base. But a 3-0 start again. Tennessee hasn't had to swing too much this inning. They've drawn 3 walks, and then they've been hit by a pitch twice. So 5 free passes has been what has come back to bite Queens. Bats on the year for Blake Grimmer. He has made the most of his opportunities this season. That one found away from Antigua. Gets another at bat. He was out number 1 of this inning. 0 for 2, a pair of flyouts. Runners on the corners. I'll have to battle back 0-2. Queens came into this bottom of the 5th with a lead, and now Tennessee has dropped 6 runs. No balls, 2 strikes. That pitch is low. Antigua with 6 RBIs on his line this season. Got another one 90 feet away and need a base hit. Counts 1-2. Over. Tennessee does some damage. 6 runs on 2 hits. Some self-inflicted wounds from Queens. Tennessee makes the most. Leading things off as he singled his last time up in the 4th. Brandon Arvidsson came in and got a 1-2-3 inning. Quick work inning ago, and now he's back out for another frame of work. And he gets the heart of this Queens order. Queens put up 3 runs in the 4th inning and took a lead. Tennessee were able to work around 6 runs half inning ago to retake it. So now the pressure put back on the Royals offense. Assumption was always that 3 runs was likely not going to be enough. Now Queens able to face Arvidsson now for a second frame. Getting the lone. Freshman all-conference last season in the ASUN, 10 home runs as Barber sat down swinging. And now Will Budnick in the 3 spot. He's 0 for 2. Yeah, Queens lineup with a lot of pop. Look to do some damage in ASUN play this year. Tennessee pitching staff really ran into that one inning with problems, but other than that, it's been smooth sailing. Again, they started the first 3 innings hitless, scoreless as a pitching staff. Ran into the problems in the 4th inning, and then Arvidsson has calmed the waters again. He's pitcher number 6 for Tennessee here tonight. Third out and a web gem for Reese Chapman, making it. Back on the road, South Carolina up next. Tennessee looks to continue their road success. 17 Road Series wins for Tony Vitello since 2019. At each season, at least 4 or more Road Series wins. That's all in SEC play. Not easy to do with some of these SEC environments. And Tennessee's certainly going to have some tests this year on the road. They've got to go to LSU and to Arkansas, just to name 2. Next home series will be A&M coming to town. It's been a tough start for them to start the year. Tennessee trying to close this thing out first here on a midweek. They've got a lead, 5 runs. Here in the bottom of the 6th, and it's the top of the order again. Dean Curley, Dalton Bargo, and Hunter Inslee due up. Johnny Joseph was able to get the last out at the bottom of the 5th. Last inning. Walked 2 and gave up 2 hits in the process. As Tennessee really piled on the offense. 2 big 2-out bases loaded hits. A couple of free passes came back to bite the Royals, who had a lead. Their starter Ryan Brown did not walk or hit a batter in 3 1/3, and now Tennessee offense has drawn 5 walks and have seen as good as he could have done. Curley's on for Dalton Bargo, who's 1 for 2, home run again in the 1st. Tennessee, who did not have a hit in the 3rd and 4th innings, now have their hit total to 7. That's went quiet there for a moment. Ryan Brown had retired 7 straight balls at one point. And throw over from Joseph had some velo on it. A bit high. Dean Curley with 3 stolen bases this year. Occupies first. An off-speed misses, 1-0 start for Dalton Bargo.
Nope.
Midweek baseball going on all across the SEC. 3rd-ranked Georgia is playing West Georgia, the 2 common opponents for Tennessee and Queens in West Georgia. Tennessee does not have Georgia Bulldogs on their schedule this season, the regular season, but good chance that those two meet in the postseason at some point. Tennessee number 1, Georgia number 3. Bulldogs off to a scorching start. 11-6 down in Athens as Georgia leads West Georgia. The Queens is going to Athens next week for their midweek. Florida and Florida State in Jacksonville tonight. Number 4 Florida State leads 3-2 over the Gators. Big swing from Bargo, strike 1. And Florida will look to get back after a sluggish start to SEC play. They got swept here and swept again over the weekend. Bargo fouls it back. Florida swept to Georgia, and they fell out of the top 25, and now Florida get ready for another tough weekend with Ole Miss. 2-2 count with Bargo. 1 on and no one down. And it's ball 3. Kentucky Wildcats Omaha team last season off to a 2-4 start in SEC play. They're trailing Xavier right now. Other midweek team that Tennessee has seen. They trail 5-0. Bargo fouls another one off. We'll do it again at 3-2. Battle here for Dalton Bargo. Full count pitch coming up. Ripped left side and foul. That was a hard line drive from Bargo. Battling. Students still hanging out down the right field side. One of the better crowds here. Lindsey Nelson for the midweeks. Another 3-2, fouled again. Extremely competitive at bat for Dalton Bargo, and he is running at the pitch count here. Johnny Joseph up to 30. He has had to face some battles. This Tennessee lineup who's started to find a groove. Another 3-2 on the way. Fouled again. Nine pitches of this at bat. And Bargo will not go down. Pitch number 10 upcoming. First, that is out number 1. It acts as a swinging bunt as Inslee advances both runners. Perfect bunt if that is what he was going for. It was a full swing, and it's a productive out. Sacrifice fly now an option for Tennessee as he turns the page over to Andrew Fisher, trying to do some damage. Fisher worked an RBI his last at bat in the 5th. It was an RBI walk. Fisher takes strike 1 to start. Fisher is 1 for 2. Single in the 1st, Flat in the fourth, and then that walk an inning ago. And he's got his walk total up to 30. Team best. Tennessee is a team, they've still got more walks than they do strikeouts this season. Add now 6 walks tonight. They've got 185 on the year, which, depending on Georgia State's midweek, could be now second in the nation. Or third coming into this matchup in earned walks. A team that just really doesn't chase a whole lot of bad outside the zone. And Andrew Fisher has been the best of them. Fisher coming into this game was 6th in the nation in total walks. And extremely impressive from your cleanup hitter to have that sort of patience. 30 walks to just 13 strikeouts, so valuable. He had 35 walks all last season. And Fisher almost unloaded on that one, fouled away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's a team that isn't disappointed. The free pass compared to a base hit, if it accomplishes the same thing. Another 3-2. Shift was on. No one was at the typical shortstop position. Problem is Fisher slid head first anyways, just in case. Another runner in scoring position for Tennessee. 2-0 start with Lawless, who is 0 for 1, a pair of walks in his last plate appearances. A 3-0 start out of the pen for McFadden. McFadden, 4 outings, but he's only totaled 1 inning. Pitched against South Carolina, Yale, and West Virginia. And 4 balls outside the zone. 2-1 now for Tennessee. That's the 3rd walk from Stone Lawless today. 3 consecutive innings Lawless has worked a walk, so McFadden puts another on for Tennessee. Now a chance for Tennessee to unload the dugout a bit. As Reese Chapman, it looks like his afternoon is done. And he turns it over to Hunter High. Get his first at-bat in this one. Chapman certainly did his job. You see, he had 2 base hits, and then that RBI single did damage an inning ago. So now Hunter High will take his spot, likely out in right field. 10th game that High has played in this season. Sophomore, Tennessee native. Matter, ball 4. Bases loaded. We'll see if it did hit him. For the box score purposes, it did. Got him in the cleat, I think. Base is now loaded. First base was open. We'll see how they rule it. Hit by a pitch. Yep, confirmed. So base is loaded now as Brody McFadden has struggled to find the zone. 8 pitches, 8 outside the zone so far. Chris Newstrom. He's 0 for 2. Did walk an inning ago in the 5th. But now a chance to hit with the bases loaded again. Tennessee, they've been one of the best Grand Slam hitting teams over the last 2 seasons. Hit 12 of them last year. Already with 8 through 24 games coming into tonight. hit 3-1 midweek against Radford in March already. Their last one came against St. Bonaventure in that series to close non-conference weekends. So no Grand Slam since March 8th. It's a bit of a drought. Comparatively for Tennessee, but another chance here. Tennessee 4 for 9 with runners in scoring positions. They have capitalized their last. Hunter Hyde to second, Lawless to third. First base is open for Blake Grimmer, who's back in. His first Tennessee start at the designated hitter spot. And he is 1 for 2, had a 2 RBI single in his last at-bat. That ball is going to get to the backstop. Here comes Lawless to the plate, and another run for Tennessee, 4 in the inning. Like that one, not a wild pitch. That one is like a pass ball. A Suppa maybe not expecting ball to tail like it did, and you can see you're a bit frustrated. He let that one go. Pass ball. Lawless able to score, and so now just 1 on for Tennessee with 2 outs. 3-0 count for Blake Grimmer. Grimmer, that RBI count now is up to 10 in 9 at-bats. They can keep adding on. That's inside. 4 pitches to Grimmer, and he's got a walk. So now Ariel Antigua back in, again searching for his first hit. 0 for 3, and a change might be on deck here for Queens. McFadden got the second out of this inning, but control has been an issue. 2 walks. Sacrifice fly was able to get that second out of the inning, but Queens is going to go for a third pitcher here now in the 6th. Tennessee. Third pitcher on this inning for Queens. This time it'll be Jack Brooker, the righty sophomore from Colorado. We'll give it a go out of the pen for Queens, just needing 1 more out here in the 6th. Tennessee, they've plated 4 runs in the inning, and they have blown this thing open. Runners on the corners for Ariel Antigua. 9-hole hitter for Tennessee, looking for his first hit. Pair of flyouts and then a ground out last inning. And a 1-1 start. Queens was aided by a solid start from Ryan Brown. 3 1/3, 2 earned runs and 4 hits. Didn't walk a batter, but since Ryan Brown, Queens has combined now for 8 walks. The bullpen has gotten Tennessee's best at the plate. Johnny Joseph got out of the 5th and then started this inning and lost a bit of control. Gave up a few key hits. Andrew Fisher brought in 2 this inning. Tony McFadden came in and threw 14 pitches. And of those 14 pitches, 12 of them outside the zone. And so Queens forced to make that change. Now Jack Brooker is on. Pitch in, Antigua stays alive. And you think about all those at-bats earlier in the inning. Dalton Bargo had a 10-pitch at-bat that he worked into a walk. So it's a lot of credit to Tennessee. They have stayed very aggressive And they have not made it easy for this Queens bullpen. A lot of long counts, long battles. Antigua doing the same here, 2-2. Ball 3. Hunter High at third, Blake Grimmer at first. Jay Abernathy's on deck. Looking for more runs here in the bottom of the 6th as they continue to build on their lead. Queens, it has been a true bullpen day, as typical in the midweeks, as Tennessee rolls out Thomas Crabtree, the right-hander sophomore from Collierville, Tennessee, pitcher number 7 in inning number 7 for Tony Vitello and crew. Crabtree on for what's his 6th outing of the season. Picked back up after a solid outing from Brandon Arvidsson, as Arvidsson really quieted down Queens after they took the lead back in the 4th inning. Arvidsson ended up pitching 2 full innings, picked up 4 strikeouts, did not allow a base runner, 28 pitches. Really effective and efficient outing for Arvidsson. The ball be turned Crabtree. That one hit up in the air from Hudson. Playable. It's Braden Sharp out in right field. Makes the play. Some defensive changes across the board for Tennessee. At this point, Tennessee comfortable lead. Tony Vitello has the luxury to get some guys in. Newstrom's over at third now. Manny Marin's into the game at second base. Hunter High's playing first. Antigua's still at short. He's going to make the play. Throws it across. That's Hunter High, new first baseman, able to make the play. Levi Clark's back behind the dish. I've seen a lot of Levi Clark be a designated hitter for Tennessee, but now he's got the catcher's gear on. That's kind of his primary spot. He's the mainstay catcher of the future for Tennessee. He's been impressive offensively. Went through some struggles at the plate against Alabama. Not in the lineup today, but Clark now in. Back behind the dish. Really good pitch from Crabtree. 2 quick outs here in this inning. On the ground to third. Is it fair? It's foul. Diving effort there from Newstrom just in case. Outfield is also different. You saw Sharp make the play out in right field. Colby Backus is in center. Takes over for Hunter Ensley. And then Jay Abernathy out in left. Completely new look for Tennessee defensively. Only thing similar is Antigua at short. Efficient start for Crabtree. Another newcomer for Tennessee from last year. It came from Pearl River JUCO. 3. Efficient work for Thomas Crabtree, and it's stretch time. Tennessee unloading the dugout. Completely new batting order just about, where we'll see Jay Abernathy, Braden Sharp, and Colby Backus do up this inning. Tennessee by 9 runs here in the home half of the 7th. Just went through 7th inning stretch here at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. It was a fantastic crowd all game long, and Tennessee has started to put things a bit more out of reach here. Still, good crowd remains in Knoxville. It was a great day for midweek baseball. There is no run rule in effect in Tennessee by 9. The run rule is 10 after 7. In non-conference, can be agreed to play a full 9 or do the run rule. Playing a full 9 here today. SEC play, it is an auto 10 after 7. All those differences between non-conference and conference play. Abernathy, his first swings here of this one, rolls it over to second for out number 1. Again, trying to keep up with SEC. Florida State and Florida battling in Jacksonville. Florida State's up 3-2 in the top of the 9th. Florida trying to rally there. They're trying to get back into the win column. Xavier continues to handle business on the road against Kentucky and Lexington. 6-0 right now for the Musketeers. As Manny Marin is up instead of Braden Sharp in the 2 spot. Again, a lot of subs going on. Hard to know who went where in the lineup. So we got Manny Marin batting second here as he takes Dalton Bargo's spot. An 0-2 start as Jack Brooker able to find the zone. North Carolina and South Carolina going head-to-head in Charlotte, home of the Queens Royals. North Carolina leads that one 5-3. 21st ranked Tar Heels. South Carolina and Tennessee will meet starting Friday night. And Tennessee will go with Liam Doyle again in that Friday night spot. Aaron fouls that one back. Liam Doyle went through some of his first struggles last week. Thursday, again, it was a Thursday start, so your whole weekly routine kind of thrown off. Used to doing Friday starts. All of a sudden, you're on the road having to pitch a day earlier. Still got through 6 innings of work. Gave up 5 runs in that second inning, but settled in back half of that start. As Marin launches this one, that's deep left field. Backing up, Peters at the wall. He's got it. Once again, right at the wall. And just a foot away from a home run. Manny Marin barely missed it. That is 2 out there for Tyler Peters that he has just missed or just gotten at the wall. Almost same spot. Busy night out in left. And Marin just missed a homer for out number 2. So now Colby Backish will hit. Backish still looking for his first hit on the season. No hits in 8 at-bats. It's pretty solid in the limited outings he got last year. 5 home runs, 12 RBIs, 387 hitter in 28 games. A lot of the damage done in midweeks, but provided good outings in conference and in the postseason. No one on and 2 down here in the 7th. Team strikeout number 14 for the Vols.
Now back to 20, Anibal Rivera.
Anibal Rivera back to the top. He got Queens on the board with his solo home run back in the 4th. His 6th on the season. Combs against Alabama did not record an out. Gave up a hit, but first SEC experience, you could check that off. Now he's got 1 and 2 in the order, Rivera and Barber, after securing first down with the punch out. 2-0 start. Center, Backish backing up at the wall, and he's got it. Almost ran out of room. Rivera has shown the power today, and he just missed another one. He knows it too. It was well struck. He has elected the furthest parts of the ballpark today. Not making it easy on himself, and he comes a bit short of a multi-home run day. Jake Barber in now, no one on and 2 down. Queens down to their final 4 outs now in the game. And Barber ahead. Combs has had to work from behind here, first 2 hitters, and now a 2-0 start with Barber. It was 1 for 3, a pair of strikeouts, but then a single back in the 4th. All 3 hits for Queens, and all 3 runs, of course, came in that 4th inning. Since that RBI single from Justin Hudson with 2 outs, Tennessee has only allowed 1 base runner since. Foul tip into the Mitch, strike 2. Six straight Royals have been retired. 2-2 pitch. 3-2 on the way. Tennessee looking to go 1-2-3 for back-to-back innings. Top of the by 9 runs. They have been in command here in the back half of this ball game. They trailed for about an inning. And then once the Queens bullpen came in, Tennessee was able to pile it on. 6 runs in the 5th, 4 in the 6th. And likely their last trip up to the plate here now in the bottom of the 8th. It's Hunter High, Chris Newstrom, and Blake Grimmer due up. Pair of redshirt freshmen and then a true freshman in Newstrom will get a chance to hit now in the 8th. Landry Jureka will get a chance to throw here in this inning. This is a guy, Jureka, pitched big-time innings for Queens. Friday night guy last season in Jureka, same role this year. 74 to 3rd innings last year, 3rd most single season in school history. And so Jureka will be tasked with closing this down. He's got a 4.45 ERA through that 30 innings, 23 strikeouts, so has been their guy on Friday nights. First batter face for Jureka will be a single. Jureka has been purely Friday night, so a rare midweek outing here now for Jureka, just to likely just close things down here in the 8th. He's got Newstrom with no one out and 1 on. In the Royals, they've got Ace on action again on Friday. Friday through Sunday, they'll be at Jacksonville. And then they'll be in Athens next Tuesday for a meeting with Georgia. They'll stay on the road. They don't play a home game until April 11th. So for them, this is the start. It's going to be 9 games away from home. One start for Newstrom. Sacrifice fly last time around for Newstrom. He gets his 10th RBI of the season in 18 at-bats, as he is looking for his first hit here in this one. Got to start, his 5th on the year. And fouled away, 2-2 coming up. 2 stolen bases for High over at first. He's staying put. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch home. Newstrom foul tip, but it won't be caught back there from Lively. Almost had it. So new line for Newstrom. Newstrom has that average at .333. And is a part of a dynamic freshman class for Tennessee. Two-two. Newstrom goes down swinging for out number 1. He's the Friday night guy for a reason, and you can see it on that breaking ball. Now Blake Grimmer back in, as he's had a good night at his first career start. 1 for 2 with 3 RBIs and a pair of walks. Shift is on for him. Lays off on that one for ball 1. Slow off-speed pitch for Jureka. Grimmer's got that average up to .444 now. And half of his hits have been home runs. And a big 2 RBI single back in the 5th. Home run type cut there for strike 1. The bottom portion of this order. Try to leave things on a positive note for Tennessee before they head to South Carolina. That series starts on Friday. Continues to crush the ball. Opportunities. And he is forcing his hand for more starts. This is his first career start, and he's got 5 RBIs. Fantastic day here in the midweeks for Blake Grimmer as Antigua flashes one back towards his own dugout. Going on now, and 1 down. It's home run number 61 on the year for this Tennessee offense. Bargo hit a home run in the 1st. And 2 in this game now. One of the best home run hitting teams in the nation, 2nd nationally behind Georgia. Rolled over to 3rd. Alderfer sure-handed down the line, out number 2. Antigua 0 for 5. Jay Abernathy will have a chance to hit one more time. He grounded out over to 2nd in the 7th. Freshman, a .310 average on the year. 7 RBIs, 15 walks, 9 strikeouts. He's a part of that talented freshman class. Had 4 hits and 14 at-bats and RBI in series in Tuscaloosa. Had 3 hits in that Thursday night opener. Not get to start in this midweek, but everyone getting a chance to get in on the action here in this midweek. Getting back in front of the fans for the first time in a week. Fouled away. 1-2 count. Landry Jureka, the Friday night guy for Queens. 1 strikeout, 2 hits, 2 earned runs. Abernathy down third baseline and foul. Off-speed misses, 2-2 now. And Jureka likely the projected starter at Jacksonville Friday. It's a 7 Eastern. Now tosses the bat to his fellow freshman Manny Marin. 0 for 1. He just missed a home run last time around. Marin's been good, 340 hitter, 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. 2 hits, 11 at-bats against Alabama. And now, they get everything straightened out here. Abernathy always a threat to move. No one will likely contend with him at second at this point. And 1-1 start with Marin. At Tennessee, they've racked up now 12 hits in this ball game. They've earned 9 walks. They got 4 key hits with 2 outs. Marin down the line and fouled, and 4 hits with runners in scoring position. Good recipe down the stretch for success. They made the most of opportunities. Trailed in this game at one point, but able to put up big numbers. 6 runs in the 5th, then 4 in the 6th. They've added 2 more now this inning. Blake Grimmer's 3rd homer on the year. Another ball hit foul from Marin. We'll do it again in 1-2. And Tennessee will be at South Carolina. That series starts Friday. In Columbia, 7 Eastern first pitch. Marin got underneath that one. Center field. Fogg is in the game, and he's got it. Out number 3 in the 8th. Tennessee able to add 2 more to their lead. The Blake Grimmer home run. 3 outs remaining here in this one. At Lindsey Nelson Stadium, it's been a great day here at Knoxville for midweek baseball. Great weather. And the home fans in the position to go home happy. They lead by 11 runs, 3 outs needed. And it's Luke Payne on to get those final 3 outs. So face Will Budnick to start. Been a full staff day for Tennessee. The lefty Luke Payne, sophomore. As Manny Marin had to rush forward, that's just one of those. It was going to be tough for anyone to make a play on. Swinging, slow roller in no man's land. Died. Marin can't get to it in time. Base hit for Alder for first base hit for Queens since the 4th inning. And it's their 4th here of the game. Tyler Peters in. That's going to run inside. Looked like it barely missed him. Alderfer to second. Peters 0 for 3. RBI chance now here in the 9th. That one misses. Ball 4. Tyler Peters will make the walk over the first. So 2 aboard now for Queens. It was a strikeout to start for Payne, and then the single and the walk. So 2 aboard with 1 down here in the 9th. And now Justin Hudson will hit. He's got one of the RBIs for Queens. It was a clutch 2-out single back in the 4th. 1-0 start. Payne hits the zone that time. Payne, 3 outings prior to this one, 2 innings. No runs allowed up to this point. His first outing since a Xavier midweek inning back on March the 5th. Now 1-2 to Hudson. Base hit for Queens, their second here in the 9th. Jay Poley, yep, got him right bottom of his shoe.
Number 26, Chase Fong.
Now Chase Fong will get an at-bat. Fong foul tips it away. And Tennessee able to get back in the win column here in the midweeks. And here at home, a loss to ETSU last week. Dominance today. That's strike 2 swinging. Nick Abraham on to get the final out. Here's the 0-2. Fouled away. In there. 10 different pitchers able to combine for 18 team strikeouts. All-around performance. Volunteers able to put up 10 runs in back-to-back innings in the 5th and 6th. 14 runs on 12 hits as they continue their home midweek winning ways as they get ready for South Carolina on Friday. And final here from Knoxville, 14-3, as Queens will head to